Hi, this is Dr. Farley. I'm going to be going over your Array 10. One of my favorite tests out there. Extremely important for understanding what to do with foods on a short-term and a long-term basis. This again is like a crystal ball. It's like going to talk to God to say, hey, how do we get this person healthy? 95% of all diseases are epigenetic. The number one epigenetic problem that's happening out there is a sustained inflammatory response. 85% of everyone's immune system is in the gut, and that's where all sustained inflammatory responses start. What comes through the gut? Your food. If we don't get this straight, you never get better. Never, ever, ever will you get better. And so if you've been to integrated practitioners, or you've tried just gluten-free, or you've tried dairy-free, and you can't figure it out, this test will uncover usually why. I get people also to come in here and they say, oh, well, I'm healthy. I'm a vegetarian. I eat well. I eat healthy. What does that mean? Well, what you need to understand is this. If you've made an antibody against any food, I don't care whether it's considered to be unhealthy or healthy, you need to remove it, either forever or a short time frame, like 3 to 6 months, to give your immune system time to get balance. For instance, what if you have a reaction to lemons and limes? What if you have a reaction to oranges? What if you have a reaction to peas or artichokes or string beans? These are considered to be good foods. If you have an immune reaction to that, you made antibodies for that, you have to remove it. So this is no more generalizations. This is not Walmart healthcare. This is custom specific care for you. And this plan that we laid out for you, if you got this Array 10 test, this is essential at knowing what to do with your food. It's essential. So what we measured here is 180 real-world food antigens. What do we mean by that? We're measuring cooked, raw, and modified foods. So the difference between cooked and raw is huge. So for instance, a raw tomato is fine. If you cook it for you specifically, you made an antibody for that. You can't eat that. It's not going to work. You need to know the difference. Modified. What is modified? We're getting so many different modified foods that are coming in, different combinations. This is the only lab in the world that does this work. Dr. Voojjani has published more papers than anyone in the world on these concepts. He's light years ahead of everybody. He's the world leader immunologist, pathologist on understanding what to do with foods, and I am the number one doctor in New Jersey. Compared to all other doctors in New Jersey, I do more testing than all of them combined. I'm the number two office in the whole United States running these labs because I understand the value of these. I understand that you invested in the best labs. You invested in the best office, my office, and what we're doing for you. And this blood work is essential at you knowing what you need to do. It's essential. So as we go through these foods, some of these foods are going to show up in the yellow and the pink. And if they show up in the yellow and the pink, those foods are going to be out for 6 months. Other foods may show up in the green, but they're at the bottom rung number of the green. And a good example would be, let's just say peas. Peas, the range for peas is between 5 and 8. If you show up at a 5.1 on peas, and I go back to your expanded panel, and your ability to overall produce antibodies is low, I'm going to tell you I want you to stay off peas also for that 6 month window, because it's suspicious. I'd rather be over conservative with you and get you a result than to not be strict enough and not get you a result. I learned that process directly from Dr. Voojjani. I've seen him lecture directly. I've had conversations directly with him on this. And again, I've seen thousands of these tests, and I know how to interpret them. It's not about the test. It's about the interpretation. Why you're paying Dr. Farley is because my interpretation, I've seen thousands of these tests. I've seen thousands of blood work. And trust me, it took me 6 years of looking at thousands of these to know what to do to be able to just talk like I talk with you, because this is a whole separate profession that I put a lot of time into understanding, because I thought that was extremely important at getting my patients the best results. So we'll be going over this with you, the Array 10. We'll show you exactly what I want you to be off of for 6 months, and we'll also give you the exact tear sheets if you need some of those. But the report itself is pretty straightforward, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any questions We'll go over it with you. This review for you and I, it should take us less than 5 minutes to touch base on this now that you have all the background information. Thanks. Have a great day.